Here at WJLA 24/7, we are in full-on back-to-school mode. Probably not yet at your house, but this is a really good time to get prepared. Many students use laptops and tablets for schoolwork these days. We're focusing on cybersecurity when you are using those tools. And joining me right now is cybersecurity expert and the Director of Strategic Development, Ben Schmermler. Did I get that right?
Schmerler, but that's okay.
No, I didn't. I wasn't close. Ben, I apologize. Schmerler, I apologize. Great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much. It is what we do right now.
Yeah.
Pay so much attention to online. Our kids probably have a better understanding of it than we do.
Sure.
But it's something they're using in school every day. Parents are having to make some investments. Give parents some place to start about what do you do, what should they be thinking about in terms of the tools. Do you buy them laptops? Do you buy them tablets? Where to begin?
The most important thing is to have a decision-making process and educate your kids and as they go into college or college students about what it means to have a computer. What's the purpose of the device? You're here to use it for school or play games or do word processing, whatever it is, and that's what it's for and nothing else. You need to teach them about the security tools you're going to put on the device. You know, if it's a young child, you're not only going to put on antivirus, anti-malware software and do patch management, things like that to keep the operating system up to date and deal with vulnerabilities, but also you may tell them about the monitoring and web tracking software you might put on. The most important thing to know is to understand the risks as well as who to report to if something bad happens.
Many homes have computers in them right now. Is it better to start with a new device dedicated just to the kids, or should they have access to that the one that maybe has the house budget on it and games and whatever?
Well, I would certainly say if you care about the house budget, if you care about some of the sensitive information, maybe it's work information that you have on it, that data absolutely needs to be backed up and protected independent of what your child might do. It's ultimately your responsibility to protect that and take care of it. You might also consider setting up like a guest account or a kids account for a young one, just to make sure that if they're working, they're doing so in maybe what I would consider a sandbox, something that's safe for them to work in.
We know that kids are targets for cybercrime anymore,
Yes.
and that automatically raises the hackles on the back of a lot of parents' necks.
Yes.
How do you protect them?
It all comes back to education, and it's a teaching moment. I actually said to one parent, go into your inbox and go to your spam filter, and you could literally go through some of the fake emails that you get offering you enticing things like, here's this free money, free gift card you can get to Amazon or something, and here's some of the things you can see that call for urgency or free stuff, things that we all know are too good to be true. Hover over the link in the email and show them that it doesn't go to Amazon's site, it goes to some crazy third-party fake site that isn't what it's made out to be. So the first and most important thing is education.
Parents need to be the advocate for their kid.
Correct.
The hard thing, I would think, is to sort of establish that trust, because kids are going to want to go and anything that's forbidden or has a onus put on it, they're going to want to take a look.
Yeah.
How do you sort of balance those two very difficult concerns?
Yeah, I look at it a lot like giving a kid a car for the first time, is that this is a responsibility discussion. We're giving you the tools to something incredibly powerful. It's going to allow you to do your schoolwork, it's going to allow you to play games, it's going to allow you to do, as you get older, maybe things like online banking, deal with your first credit card, things like that. So it's incredibly important you understand the consequences if something should go wrong. And so if you walk through that with your kid, if you talk about what matters, why it's important, and give them an opportunity to have a dialogue with you in case something bad happens, in case they have to report something without fear of punishment or embarrassment, I think that's going to lead to much better outcomes. And I tell this to adults dealing with businesses all the time who have to protect business information.
That's very good advice. I want to go back to the notion of, if I'm a parent and I know I need to provide something for them, but I'm not sure just exactly what that hardware should be. You had some very good advice when we were talking before.
Yeah.
Ask the school.
Yeah, ask the school, ask the institution, you know, what kind of stuff does the kid need to do? What do they need to work on? What are the application requirements, et cetera, and start from there. Then once you know what device, whether it's a Android phone or an iPhone or a Mac or a PC, whatever it is, then you can buy and add on products and tools and stuff that speak to the risks you have to deal with on that specific device. And there are a lot of technology professionals that can help on very specific items. But the fortunate thing is there's a lot of good products out there that can serve those purposes.
And quickly, one other thing, because we talked, you raised the issue right there. If you talked about a phone, phones are app-driven devices. How do you worry about and protect against apps, most of which might be good, some of which certainly are not?
Many are not, and I would definitely recommend only downloading and installing applications that you know, that are trusted, that you can see ratings in the app stores from people who know that they've used them in the past. You can do research on Google to find out more specifics on specific applications should you not know that they're valid or not. And I would say that's a very, very important thing to do with these mobile devices.
Ben Schmerler is an expert in this field, obviously, and that's why we have asked him. He's with DP Solutions, and we appreciate your joining us.
Thank
Ben.
you so much.
Many thanks.
All right.